Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge. But first, let me make this very clear. I have no intention of interfering with your mission. On the contrary, I wish to help. I believe you came here in search of a unit that the Vulgus lost in transit. It may have slipped your mind because our paths have crossed more frequently in recent times, but I am a counselor of the Council of Magisters. If I so wished, I could access all of HQ's communications records. Have you also forgotten that we designed the Sieve links for the Descendants? Well, anyway, your findings piqued my interest, and the location also happened to be the Agna Desert. The Agna Desert. How could I forget this place? The Agna Desert was one of the regions we Magisters chose when we fled from the Vulgus, and I was one of those who fled here. I memorized much of the terrain of this land back then, in order to carry out our plans unseen by enemy eyes. The hideouts we used are still there. However, you will not be able to find them, even with your spatial tracking device. That is why I have personally come to help you. It would not hurt for us to work together. What do you say?
I have more than a few doubts. But it's not a good idea to antagonize Kasanax right now. The smart thing to do would be to find out why he wants to help me.
Why don't you give me the benefit of the doubt? If we continue to waste time like this, the Vulgus might get to their mislaid unit first. Don't you agree?
I'll go alone, with you guiding me.
You have exhausted your body prosthetic. Your neural circuits are close to being overloaded. I can numb your pain receptors for now, if you wish, but...
No, I don't want that. I need to keep my neural activation levels high, and the pain keeps my senses sharp. Besides, if you numb my sense of pain, I won't be able to imagine the pain I'm going to inflict on those who made me what I am.
So very determined. As you wish. I will transmit the coordinates to your Sieve channel. As you know, I am one of the Vulgus' key targets. This means I am not permitted to roam as freely as I would like, so I will be returning to Albion. You will find the information you seek at the coordinates.
Entering stealth state. That's laughable. Die. Target eliminated.
The director of the Prowler project was... Xanax.
From your coordinates, I assume you must have located the information. Once you've composed yourself, return to me. I will tell you everything. Why I led you there. Why I allowed you to unearth that information.
stealth state. That's laughable.
Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge. Do not glare at me with such murderous intent. I said I would tell you everything.
So quit stalling and tell me, why is your name on the Prowler project? You were the director? Why did you keep this from me all this time?
The Prowler project was one that I ran while I was with the Vulgus. Through it, I was able to make great progress with research into body prosthetic technology. I eventually succeeded in constructing the Prowler. But the Prowler I created killed elite members of Colon, and left you, their commander, in a terrible state. If you were in my place, could you have revealed this awful truth? Driven by guilt and a need to atone, I built you a state-of-the-art prosthetic body, using the expertise I gained from developing the Prowler. Once your body was ready, I applied the arcade drive technology. Thankfully, it has kept you alive up to this point. This fact remains, even if you resent me for everything that you uncover. Do not be angry, Sharen. I never meant to deceive you.
How could you? Kasanax, if you truly felt sorry, you should have helped me get my revenge sooner. You thought these prosthetic implants could atone for what you did to me and my men? Are you kidding me?
Of course not. Which is why I came to you for true redemption. Sharen, I will serve as bait to lure out the Prowler.
What?
As you know, the Magisters are high priority targets for the Vulgus, and I am at the very top of that elimination list. I am an authority on several body prosthetic technologies, including the Prowler project. As long as I live, the Legion of Immortality runs the risk of being fully analyzed. As soon as I am seen on the battlefield, the Vulgus legions will send every assassin unit they have at their disposal, including the Prowler, to eliminate me.
So you're willing to die for me now?
I am sorry, but no. I do not intend to surrender that easily. I have been working on a code that can control the body prosthetics of the Legion of Immortality. I'm at the stage where I can complete the code, if I have some key data and the source technology. If this control code can be used to neutralize the Prowler sent to assassinate me, you will have your revenge. I will have atoned, and humanity will have the technology to control the Legion of Immortality. Everyone will get what they want.
I don't need some stupid code to take down that bastard. I need to get started with the operation right away.
Calm yourself, Sharen. Do you truly think the Prowler has not received a single upgrade since I left? Assuredly not. Now that Eamon has integrated the Magister's technology, the Prowler will have become stronger, similar to you. If you rush out there without considering your options, you will only end up losing precious bait, namely me. If you truly wish to carry out your revenge, Sharen, help me. I have always offered you the most efficient course of action. Working with me is the surest way to have your vengeance.
I don't know if it's the most appropriate time to tell you, Sharen, but I've finished analyzing the data I received from number 17. It isn't something I want to discuss over the radio. Please come to the Research Institute.
Oh, the special human child. What do you need? The data that number 17 requested to be analyzed and the data that you accessed on the Prowler project revealed a significant discrepancy in what we know of the performance of the Prowler. The Vulgus units in your battle simulations were based on the estimated specs of the Prowler that attacked you. But this data shows that the Prowler's power and mobility have improved substantially since that time.
Before we get into that, Anais, let me ask you something. Did you know about any of this? Or did you already know about all of it?
I'm merely a member of the artisan class. I have no knowledge of the actions of the Council or the Councilors. Aside from that, humans already had RK drive technology when I joined, and research was already being done on body prosthetics. The technology was enabled by RK, and similarly, was recorded in internal files as being an ancestor technology. I had no idea.
I can't stomach the fact that my body was developed using the same technology as the bastard that made me like this.
The RK drive is nothing more than a tool. You are not the same as the Prowler. You are Sharen Julicia. You are human, a descendant, and the Colon Commander. Machines cannot develop, but humans can. Don't forget the days of pain you had to endure in order to grow.
But I can't beat the Prowler in my current state. I need to upgrade my body prosthetic to carry out my revenge. My body prosthetic is only a tool. I'm just upgrading a tool to make revenge possible.
Number 0. Kassenex has sent a message regarding the Legion of Immortality's control device.
I'll be right there.
Do you have something to tell me? You're here. This is what Kassenex has sent us. As you know, when the Magisters came over to the side of humanity, they tried to steal as much advanced material and technology as possible to take with them, but they were thwarted by the Vulgus who pursued them. So they created encrypted vaults and stored the materials and technology inside, then hid those vaults all over Ingress. As Kassenex was one of those Magisters, he did the same. Kassenex hid the core materials necessary for the development of the Legion of Immortality control device in an encrypted vault. He insisted that we retrieve them. The zone Kusenix chose to hide them in is Hagios. Given the vastness of Hagios, the vault is not going to be easy to find.
There's nothing easy about this operation. Don't worry. We'll find it.
It's a shame that these encrypted vaults can only be opened by a Descendant. I'm sorry that I can't be of more help.
Don't sweat it. Encrypted vaults are classified. They're designed to be detected only within a sieve.
Understood. Please contact me immediately if you need any help.
You should be able to see where the enemy is blocking entry. Your target is the supplies that are inside. The supplies are Kuiper ores secured by the enemy. You need to quickly destroy all Kuiper which has already been exposed to Vulgus energy. strategic point has been secured and the enemy supply network has been dealt a heavy blow. Great work.
You must have found what I stashed away. I will be so glad to have them back. I will be eagerly awaiting your return in Albion. Good to meet you. I'm Kusenax, a Magister affiliated with... Finally! Thank you for recovering these, Sharen. Now I can design the Legion of Immortality control code. All that's left to obtain is the Vulgus network source technology, in order to disseminate the code. However, this will be a completely different level of difficulty compared with locating the encrypted vault. This technology is one of the most heavily guarded and classified pieces of information that the Vulgus have. The most likely place for this technology to be stored currently is the Fortress, the headquarters of the Vulgus. If an opening presents itself for us to infiltrate the Fortress, we can use it to acquire the source technology. It will not be easy, clearly, but for you to have your revenge on the Prowler, we need that technology.
Don't worry, we'll get it, one way or another. But you'd better be sure about this, Kusenax. I've staked everything on getting revenge. There's no turning back from this now.
Ha! I have no intention of turning back either, Sharen. We will see this through to the end. Kassenax, a Magister affiliated with the Council, the one responsible for developing the Archidrive. Humans destroyed an iron heart. I cannot believe my eyes. I really cannot believe it. How could they manage this? Do they know what they have done? The fate of the Magisters.
HQ and the Descendants did what they had to do. What was best. Alpha made the decision to protect Albion and Ingress. I know that the Magisters have different opinions when it comes to the Ironhearts. But don't we have something more important to do right now, Kassenax? Now would be a good time to recover the source technology from inside the fortress. It's time for you to play your part.
Yes, you are right. As a Magister, I must play my part for the future of my species. I will tell you where the technology is likely to be stored. Search there and bring me what we need.
The location seems to be underground.
Judging by the look of the base, they were likely trying to smuggle the classified data out of the fortress to safety. If this is the case, you should check the underground air raid shelter. It may be more dangerous than the areas above ground. I was not wrong. They were in a hurry and did not manage to split the technical data as much as they wanted. It is likely that they intended to transport the other half of the data through the underground evacuation tunnel. I have traced the location where the data you acquired was stored. It appears to be not far from the heart of the fortress. The data that they sent the furthest away was what you have just acquired, so the remainder should be somewhere near the heart. Investigate the evacuation and data storage facilities around the heart of the fortress. Once we locate the other half of the data, it is only a matter of time before you and I both achieve our goals.
got more to go. You can do it. Looks like someone on their side thinks just like me. You said it.
Shields are down.
I was close. Thanks for defusing the IED.
Initiating stealth operation.
Deploy the elite forces. Our enemies will fall here.
You little... We're gonna short out at this rate!
Xanax, I have the remaining technical data. I'll join you at your location.
Excellent news. I'll be waiting for you at the Aurora Forest Forward Base. Teaming up with me is the surest way to achieve your revenge. Alright. Add the remaining data here. Perfect. I can now complete the Legion of Immortality control code. But Sharen, there is something I must ask you. Are you truly ready for this? As you said, There is no turning back. No one can stop the motion of the cogs once they start to turn.
I've been waiting for this moment. I'm ready.
Very well. Then I will see you back in Albion. I need time to integrate the technology you have secured and to prepare for the final act.